I'm treated like a king when I'm down in Port-au-Prince. Bitch, I do my thing, that's one thing that they taught a prince. You get the boat, I get the dough.
Hey, what's up everybody? It is Blue Eye Life for Billy here, and I'm just watching the news right now, and I guess the new Pope was just chosen. His name is like Cardinal Bologna or something like that. He's going to be known as Pope Francis. You guys probably don't give a flying fuck. But yeah, so I just turned on the news, happened to have that on, and I was like, oh wow, this is pretty big stuff, considering the fact that I was raised Catholic. I still kind of am. I believe I'm Catholic, but I'm more off of Christian values. Like, I'm not a good Christian, but I plan to be better, which is kind of something what I wanted to talk about in this video. It's not really like a comedy video. In fact, it's something about your life. Like, I've been thinking a lot recently. I've watched this one TV show. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but it's something you guys definitely have to check out. If you do have Netflix, it's on there, or if you just want to try and find old MTV shows, definitely go check out The Buried Life. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but basically it's these four kids from Canada, I believe. And as they were older, probably maybe like only 20 years old or so, they decided that they were sick and tired of living life like the way regular teenagers do, and they wanted to go out and live the life that they've always dreamed of, you know, get all the things, you know, they have like a bucket list already, and they wanted to knock out all those things and, you know, say that they were able to do it in one life. And I think that's a really cool message. Like, you know, everybody has all these things that they want to do before they die, and that's what they say, and everyone's like, you know what, I'm just going to wait until later, you know, I'm not going to do it right now, there's no need to rush it because I've got all this time. But the honest truth is you don't know when your time is going to pass. So anyway, relating it back to religion, I guess, I just hope as I grow older I'll be able to be more of like a personable, righteous, nice person. I don't even know what I'm saying. Basically, like, you know, a lot of Christians, which I don't want to like talk shit about Christians, but I mean, I am a Christian, so I'm basically talking shit about myself. A lot of Christians will be like, oh look, you know, I'm a Christian and I believe in all this stuff, and then they'll just like they'll go to church, and then the next day they'll just like talk to people, and they might see some random guy in the street, and then they get into a fight with them. They're like, oh fuck you, you know, all this shit. And it's like, look, you say you're a Christian, but you're supposed to be all peaceful, and you're not supposed to cause any, you know, harm to people. You're not supposed to like get mad at people. You're supposed to forgive, and I think people forget that. It's just something that they just blows right through their mind, and they don't even care. But anyway, I'm going off to a topic I don't really want to talk about. I just want to relate it to the fact that later in my life I hope to change, or maybe even tomorrow. I don't know, whatever. I'm just saying, since I'm making a commentary about the bird life and stuff, but that eventually I want to change and become more of like a righteous Christian and be more peaceful, I guess what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry I tried to ramble on there for a bit, but what I want to get back to is this point that they always ask the question, the bird life guys that were on the show, they would always ask, what do you want to do before you die? And if you consider it, you really think about some of the good things that, you know, that you might have experienced, some things that you haven't. Like, let's say like on the show, for example, they met a guy who was adopted from, you know, he'd only met his mother one time in his life, and he's probably, I forget, maybe like 25 years old, and he had never met his father before. So these guys went out of their way to track down the father so that he could meet him for the first time. And like moments like that in life where you just, you know, there's something like your whole life where you've been waiting to meet one person, that just happens right then and there. It's crazy because, you know, we're bound to believe that, oh, you know, we're going to be able to live all these experiences as we grow older. We're going to be able to, you know, do things like that we've always planned on doing later in life. Like if we've held off, don't worry, we'll be able to do them later on in life. And the honest truth is we don't know when we're going to die. And some people might be like, oh, I know exactly when I'm going to die because I could just kill myself. No. You don't know when you're going to end. And I mean, whether you believe that there's a God out there, that one that believes and one that knows, and look at this kill, I thought this was funny. But you know, a superpower that or what am I saying? Like a super being or God per se knows only when you're going to die. That's your own belief. I'm not going to force my belief. I mean, I personally believe that there's someone up there, but that's my own belief. You believe whatever you want. I think that he's the only one that sees how we're gonna die. We don't know when we're gonna die. You know, you have friends. Maybe you're in high school right now. People that have already died, maybe from a car accident or something like that. And you know, it's tragic. It's sad. They didn't get to live the true life experience that you're going to get to live. Well, maybe you're not, but you know, maybe you're living right now. And to me, it's a scary thought. So I think it's really important to go out there and do those things that you want to get done in life, and do things that you really never thought of doing before, but things that you've always dreamed of doing. Stuff like that you just need to do, and live the life that you've always dreamed of living. It's not about a life where you are just, you know, being your normal self. It's about going out there and doing things you've imagined, traveling the world, and you know, it's honestly like, what do you want to do before you die, and do those things. So that's kind of the question I wanted to ask you guys. Now, at the end of every The Buried Life episode, they would ask, what do you want to do before you die? And they'd say that they go to your town and ask you that question. And that's what I want to ask you guys. Have you ever thought about what you want to do before you die? Maybe, as I said before, like that guy, you've never met your real parents if you've been, adopted, but, or something like you've never met, I don't know, if you want to meet a specific individual in your life, like a big role model or, famous celebrity, or go to a place, travel the world, what would be something you want to do before you die? Something that would, make you, I guess, eternally happy, I guess I could say. But if I've been thinking a lot about that question as well, like what would I personally want to do before I die? And it's a really tricky question because I think of so many different things that I'd want to do, but I feel like I have a lifetime to do. Like the main thing for me is that I want to be able to make a movie. I don't know about you guys, but I have a passion for creating, producing, and like making my own film. And that's something that I really see myself doing in the future. I want to direct my own movie and have my own actors and stuff like that. And I guess another thing to add to that list is also somewhat involving myself in music. And just a quick note here, the gameplay does change. I want to show you guys that there are new camos that came out in Black Ops 2. So if you want to download them, if that's something you want to do before you die, go right for it. Yeah, so I see myself going into the music industry kind of, and I just have a true passion for music as well. Although I don't really do much about it anymore, I still love listening to music and making my own music. It's something that I really find enjoyment. So what I want you guys to do right now, as you obviously are taking a break while watching this video, not doing homework or whatever, I want you to take out a sheet of paper, take out a pencil or a pen, or your colored pencil or a crayon, whatever you want to use, and just write down almost like a bucket list of things that you want to do before you die. What I want you to do is do one of those things that you want to do before you die. Knock one of those things off the list and officially start that list. I want you guys to go out there and live a life that you've always dreamed of living, and go out there and just enjoy everything life has to offer, and go out there and just find enjoyment out of the simplest things in life. Hopefully you guys have a good day. I've got a really funny skit video coming up for you guys. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to come out, but hopefully within the next couple weeks. Alright, bye.